real with you, across the board, like Democrat and Republican, we all agree that, yeah, we should have voter ID. We should uphold election integrity. Like, not having it, there really is no good excuse for it. Actually, there's only racist excuses for it. To be honest with you, it's kind of effed up that y'all even make the excuse. But you know what? If you don't believe me and how this whole voter ID argument going against it is a bit racist, yo, check this out. This is freaking hilarious, guys. This is what they think of us. And I mean us, I mean like black people. It's tough. Or minorities in general.
What opinion on voter ID laws?
Yeah, they're usually pretty racist and they're bad.
I think voter ID laws are a way to perpetuate racism.
Would you go as far as say those laws are racist?
For sure.
Do you think it suppresses the African American vote?
Definitely. Because they're less likely to have state IDs.
Minority voters are less likely to have the.
So we don't got a BMV in the hood? I mean, I'm be real with you. There's a local BMV you can go to get your state ID and all that. So it's kind of crazy to making it sound like we're just dumb. Like, bro, even if we're 18, like, what, bro, you're an 18-year-old who don't know how to go to the BMV and get an ID. Bro, they even set you up with that in high school to get your state ID. So what are you talking about?
Kinds of IDs that have been described or required.
These type of people don't live in areas with easy access to DMVs or other places where they can get identification.
You can always get ID.
Bro, the BMV is probably like 10 minutes outside the hood or the ghetto or the projects. It's not that far. To get your license situated, it is not that far. I'm not sure where you think we live in, guys. We are not in the butt fucks of nowhere. We are actually in the city most of the time when it comes to us, I guess, minorities are living in these impoverished areas where it's just desolate and you can't find no light or electricity for miles, and we're just living amongst the rats and roaches. Like, how can we ever hope to find a voter ID? How can we ever hope to get it, guys? We just need our white saviors to show us the way. It's like, what the fuck am I hearing right now? Oh man, the accidental racism is hilarious because they don't even know they're being racist. That's what's funny about it.
Areas with easy access to DMVs or other places where they can get identification.
You can always get IDs you do over the internet. Does that also make it difficult for black people in particular?
Yeah, you have to have access.
Oh, and shout out to just set up here in the mood. And hey, yes, I am, because hey, they're outrageous today. They're outrageous, especially this video right here. And same thing as in the New York City mayorship. True. And we'll get into Zoran in a little bit. Like I said, I covered how he's going through this $12 billion deficit in New York. So I wonder how he's going to fulfill all these promises of free crap when he don't got no money.
Access to the internet, you have to be able to pay an internet service provider for certain fees.
Do you think that's harder for black people to go online?
Well, I feel like they don't have the knowledge of how it works.
A lot of people have smartphones, but you might not have data.
For most of the communities, they don't really know what is out there just because they're not aware or like they're not informed. I also think there's a repression of like black voting with how if you're a convicted felon, like you're not allowed to vote and everything. And
bro, so you just assume that we're convicted felons? God damn it, lady. Like, woman. Yeah, this is sad. This is sad. They really do play on the ignorance of people. It's like, if I was to sit there and really tell them, I'm like, look, I could take you to a hood right now and show you how, you know, they'll set you up with a state ID in high school in these impoverished areas, in poverty-stricken areas. But I mean, as soon as you're 18, I'm be real with you, you can go out there and get your ID by yourself. So it's kind of crazy how they're just making it seem like there's just no way we can get an ID. Actually, our parents will get us an ID just for our safety. And this is in the hood as well, not just in the middle class and upper class. Like, we do it down here in the bottom as well. So it's kind of crazy how you just assume that we can't figure out how to get a voter ID when it's just getting an effing ID.
When you look at swing states like Florida, that's a huge population of the like African Americans.
Now I'm here in East Harlem to ask black people their thoughts on what you just heard. Do you have ID normally? You carry ID around?
Yes, I have state ID.
Do you carry ID?
Yes, I do.
Do you know any black person who doesn't carry ID?
No.
I got
Everyone that I know has ID. Why would they think we don't have ID? That's a lie. Why would they say that?
Do you have ID?
Yes.
Because I have my ID and my friends have their ID, so like, we know what we need to carry around.
Yeah, everybody that I know have ID. Like, that's one of the things you need to walk around with New York with. ID.
Do you know any black adult who does not have ID?
Bro, even the gangbangers got IDs. Like, I'm be real with you guys. Like, bro, Even gangbangers got IDs, bro. Even the criminals have IDs. Like, so the fact that you don't think we can get them is wild. Bro, illegal immigrants are out here getting IDs. So us as legal immigrants can't get them? Really? So you think we're dumber than them? Like, them niggas don't even know English. Like, all right, I'm going too far. I'm sorry.
ID?
No, I don't.
Is it a weird thing to even say that?
Yes, it is.
What is this? Some type of trick candy camera?
I know, right? That's the only thing I brought with me.
Those are legit IDs. I heard a lot also that black people can't figure out how to get to the DMV.
Really?
What's that saying to you?
I know it's that on 25th Street.
Do you know where the DMV is right here?
It's on 125th Street and 3rd Avenue, I believe.
You know how to get there?
Yeah.
Bro, it's real easy. That's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, all hoods have a BMV or DMV literally like 10 minutes away. Like 10 minutes away. Everywhere. Like, that's why they got them out there like that. So everybody can access or have access to a way to get an ID. Oh, wait. We also can do it through online now. Like, you know that? You can do this online. Shoot. You can renew your license online now. So it's kind of crazy how y'all coming out with this stuff.
You have a problem getting there if you have to get
renew registrations, all that. But for some reason, you know, black people just can't get ID.
there? No. I know these sound like silly questions. You know how to get the DMV?
Of course.
You know where it is?
Yes.
You can get there?
Uh-huh.
No problem.
No problem.
Just checking.
Okay.
And I also heard a lot that black people, especially poor black people, have no access to the internet, can't figure out how to use it.
Oh, and shout out to my man Jay. It just shows the regards Dems hold brown. Yeah, you're right, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. Yeah, Dems hold brown or black brown people too. It is kind of crazy. It's like it shows us, it really shows us what they think of us. It's like they sit there and try to white knight for us, but really they think we're retards and we can't stick up for ourselves. That's why they got to stick up for us. When that's not true at all. I mean, bro, they literally sold voter ID as racist. Oh, it's racist because black people can't get ID. It's like, and they really believe that. That's the worst part about it. Like, liberals out here really believed it. And I seen somebody in the chat say MAGA does the same. No, they don't. They're the ones trying to hold everybody accountable and make sure everybody has an ID so they can start voting. Start pushing in voter ID. It's the Dems that are fighting this, and this is the argument they're using.
The internet.
That's just stupidity, honestly. Everybody has access to the internet. Even a little kid can figure out how to work the internet.
I had access to the internet for years.
You know how to use it properly, right?
Exactly. I do it at work. So, of course, I know how to use it. My kids know how to use it. They all have iPads, iPods, whatever.
Your phone has data?
Mm-hmm.
You can actually
unlimited
data.
Mm-hmm. I use my phone as a hotspot.
I mean, it's kind of crazy because what was that? That was I think it was Governor Holcomb. That's her name. What is the governor of New York's that lady's name again? But yeah, it was a governor of New York who pretty much said that these guys, I don't know, they don't know how to use a computer. And I'm just like, lady, almost everybody got one of these. I mean, like dead ass. So everybody got like a mini computer in their hand and know how to use it. Actually, I would say people know how to use a cell phone better than they know how to use a laptop or a computer at this point. At this point in time.
What does that say to you for the people who have this perception of black people?
They're pretty much ignorant. That's what my thought process was.
I just think that's ignorant. Ignorant.
That's the word
very
I hear a lot.
ignorant. Very, very ignorant.
Does it sound racist for somebody to say that?
I think it is a little racist because, you know, you're putting people in a category
and
you have no idea what
Hochul. There it is. That's her name. Governor Hochul. That's the one that said, oh, you know, black people don't know how to use computers and all that good stuff. It's like wild to say that, but it makes sense. I mean, that's what they got to sell people, that black people are just too dumb to go out there and get an ID. They're just too poor. They can't afford the $15 to $20 it is to get your state ID. I guess we're just that broke, guys. It is what it is. Hey, man, guys, make sure you guys super chat into the show so your boy Set can get that state ID. Because apparently, according to the libs, I just can't afford it. I just don't have access to it. And if you guys can just help a brother out, I'll be able to get that voter ID. I am just playing, by the way. But because that is crazy.
you're talking about.
Maybe a little bit of racist in it, but like I said, I think it's more stupidity and ignorance.
You're judging somebody, like, what, you judging them because they black, saying that they don't got it?
What people are they talking to? Who are these people talking to?
Do you have a problem that if you go to vote and they say, "Can we please see your ID to make sure you are who you say you are"? Are you
Love showing my ID.
You have no problem with that?
Nope.
Would you have a problem if when you go to vote If they say, "Could we please just see your ID to make sure you are who you say you are?" Do you have an issue with that?
No.
Would you have a problem if there was a rule where you have to show your ID in order to vote?
I don't think so. No.
Would you have an issue if there was a
Across the
rule
board.
saying you got to show your ID before you vote?
Nah.
You cool with that?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, yeah, why wouldn't we be cool with that? It's just common sense. It's like, wait, well, all right. I would look at bro and be like, hold on, we're not doing that already? Like, wait, we're not doing that already. Like, then what type of elections are we having if you don't have to provide identification to prove that you're an American citizen or that, like, you have some type of documentation here? What's going on? But it is what it is.
No, they trust him about as much as they.
With me now, CNN's chief data analyst, Harry Enton. He is running the numbers on America's faith in the election system. Harry, do Americans trust Donald Trump when it comes to running the elections?
No, they trust him about as much as they trust him to be modest. I mean, just take a look at these numbers.
No, that shit was all right. Yeah, that was too funny. He's like, Hennessy's being sold and them saying nobody got ID. Like, bro. Literally, then I mean, how the hell's the liquor store selling out? I mean, hold on. Like, how the hell's the Newport 100 selling out? Like, obviously people got ID.
Right here. I think this gives the game away. Trump committed to free and fair elections. This is among all adults. What you see is just 43% of Americans actually do believe that Donald Trump is committed to free and fair elections. The clear majority, 56%, say no, 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 no. They do not believe that Donald Trump is committed to free and fair elections. And I will note it is the opposite for the Democratic Party, where you see the majority of Americans believe the Democratic Party is committed to free and fair elections, but they do not trust Donald Trump when it comes to his commitment to free and fair elections.
And maybe perhaps he keeps lying about the 2020 election that he lost. What about how independents are seeing this?
Okay, so you see this majority right here who say that Donald Trump is not committed to free and fair elections. And among independents, it is even worse. Take a look here. This is a group that Donald Trump has really been struggling with. And when it comes to his commitment to free and fair elections, they absolutely believe he is not. We're talking about 2 and 3.
I'm sorry, but let's be real. You guys don't ask for voter ID. And that's been a common practice. So you're telling me it's not weird to think that maybe the 2020 election might have been a bit fraudulent, since there are places that don't ask for voter ID. You can just go in there and vote and your vote's counted. Like, it's wrong to sit there and just have a little bit of speculation on that. Okay. Like I said, they think we're dumb, guys.
Independents say, no, Donald Trump is not committed to free and fair elections. We're talking about just a third of independents believe that Donald Trump is committed to free and fair elections. They will view his current comments very negatively. And this, of course, just builds upon their continuing distrust and their deepening distrust of Donald Trump when it comes to his job for the president overall, and specifically to this question when it comes to his commitment to free and fair elections.
If that number doesn't slap you in the face, I don't know what will. But let's look overall. Who do Americans overall trust when it comes to running elections?
You know, there's this whole thing. Donald Trump, of course, wants to take the running of elections from the local communities, the local governments, and bring it up to the national government. But here's the thing. Americans believe that the elections in 2024 that were run in their community were run very well. We're talking about 69% of Americans say that the election.
Bro, 69% of Americans still don't know that, bro, people didn't have to acquire an ID to vote. Like, yeah, a lot of Americans still don't know to this day that there were people voting that didn't have to show their identification at all whatsoever. And then, I mean, if y'all want to sit there and ignore that, okay, but I'm not.
In fact, in 2024, were run very well in their community. Compare that to just 43% of Americans who say that they were run very well in the United States. This idea that you're going to take local power away and give it to the federal government is a terrible idea per the American people, when just 22% at this point view the federal government favorably, and we have trust levels in the federal government at all-time lows.
What is fascinating about this is that Republicans have—
And bro, you know, they're just fighting over voter ID. It's as simple as that. That's all Trump wants to do, just invoke voter ID. That's it. That's all. And for some reason, they're fighting tooth and nail, trying to make this about racism for some reason. And shout out to, she says, voters in New York City admitted to voting multiple times. I mean, hey, man, they really want Mondani in there, I guess. Screwed themselves in the end, but we'll see. We'll wait and see how that works out for them. Hopefully, they're not having a Virginia situation where some of them runs on affordability and then gets in and then make things more unaffordable. But all right, guys, as we move on to the next segment here, enjoy this clip.
Republicans need to pass the SAVE Act. This bill is Jim Crow 2.0. What this bill does with 83% of American support and 36 out of 50 states already require, along with most developed nations, which is voter ID. You must already show an ID to buy vodka or go on an airplane or check out a hotel room. With the SAVE Act, you must now show one while voting too. Wow, so spooky. Well, we can argue that later, but the big thing the SAVE Act does is more than just voter ID. It also requires proof of citizenship in order to register to vote, which is more than just a driver's license. Yeah, it's already federal law. You must be a citizen to vote, but right now when you register, you must merely attest to being a citizen, so it's based on your word. You check a box. Yes, but it's a federal crime to lie, perjury, and the states also cross-check DMV and other data to verify. But that cross-checking is inconsistent. The Conservative Heritage Foundation found only 77 cases of non-citizens voting from 1999 to 2023. Well, those were convictions, and there are some reasonable non-conspiratorial concerns about the security of our elections. Let's look at Arizona, for instance. They try to make proof of citizenship a requirement to register to vote, but the Supreme Court in 2013 ruled against it. Well, yeah, because the National Voter Registration Act of 1993 requires states to use a uniform federal form to register voters for federal elections. Yeah, but the Supreme Court allowed Arizona to require the citizenship proof to vote in state and local elections. So now Arizona, if someone does not provide proof of citizenship but registers to vote and the state is unable to ascertain their citizenship, they are given a federal-only ballot, still allowed to vote in presidential, Senate, and House elections, Well, yeah, because they register through the federal form, and if it's found through data they're not a citizen, it is revoked. But if it's unclear whether or not they're a citizen, they can still vote in federal elections, just not states. And this is just one example. 19 states give driver's license to illegals, and some hand everyone a voter registration form. And again, all these people need to do is check a box that they're a citizen, and you can imagine how the incentive exists for some states to not be all that tough on checking their databases. Again, there's no evidence that this voter fraud is widespread, as states do cross-check and money undocumented people do not feel the need to risk perjury to vote. Georgia's Secretary of State did an audit into this claim and found 68 undocumented registration attempts per year in a state of 7 million voters. The Brennan Center found the number to be less than 0.0001% nationally, but let's talk about the real issue with requiring citizenship to vote. What's the issue? You merely have to produce a document that proves you're a citizen, whether it's a passport, birth certificate, certain real IDs, etc., to register. Couple issues. First off, studies suggest about 9% or 21.3 million voting age Americans do not have these papers readily available. Disproportionately voters of color, younger voters, and married women who changed their names. All voters that typically vote Democrat. Well, married women tend to go more conservative, but look, this bill gives multiple different options of documents for people to prove citizenship. For married women, if they don't have a document that proves citizenship with their real name, they can bring one with their old name along with something like a marriage certificate to show their name change. Oh, great, another hurdle to make it harder for women to vote than men, leading to less female voter turnout, huh? I trust people's ability to gather simple documents. Most of these documents cost money. This is essentially a poll tax, and I'm sorry, making it harder to vote for every single American to tackle an issue with little proof that it exists is insane. You only need to register to vote one time unless you move or something, and most states allow it to be done online. Requiring one extra document to further secure our elections is worth it. The onus goes from the state to need to do the work to verify one's identity to the citizen. In a country where we aim to make voting as universal as possible, this is a clear setback. I think securing our elections is more important than anything else.